Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rena. I am the person behind Face Your Mirage, and I have not posted on YouTube in so long, but I am coming back after a long time with the video on lashes, how to store them, how to take care of them, how to apply them, any tips to save your life, because if you know, lashes can be a struggle, and I struggle every single time I do my makeup, no joke. But there are tips and tricks that I've just kind of picked up from watching other videos and just maybe learned myself from struggling, and a few things that you should know if you've never worn them. So I did write them down, so I'm kind of looking down, but yeah, I wanted to kind of differentiate what kind of lashes you can get nowadays and go from there. So if you want to know more about lashes, learn from knowing nothing, or just enhance what you already know, please keep watching. So first thing, depending on what kind of lashes you have, your application might be a little bit different. So on the market right now, you can get faux mink lashes, which are vegan and cruelty free most of the time because they're from synthetic material, so it's like plastic in a sense. So they're not real animal or human hair. And then you can get human hair or real mink or silk, which come from animals, or like silk bugs. But so yeah, those are the different kinds of lashes you can get, and depending on what you have, there are few different, you would have to do different things a little bit differently, like applying mascara depending on what kind of lash you have. There will be, I'll mention it a little bit later in the video. There's a tip on that, and also that faux mink versus real mink or human hair lashes will have a little bit of shine to it. So because they're synthetic, almost like plastic is a little bit shiny, so that's kind of the sheen. They have a little bit of sheen, but as you wear them, they do tend to kind of take on a little bit of more of a natural tone, and they blend in really nicely. So that's the first thing I want to mention, is depending on what kind of lashes you have, your application will be a little bit different. First thing I want to start with is how to take them out of the packaging. If some of you may know, I sell lashes for Face Your Mirage, and this is the U collection. I have 5 styles, so I will just use these guys as my little testing buddies. But so first thing I want to start is how to take them out of the packaging and how to store them. So whenever you get lashes, make sure you don't chuck out the box. You want to keep the packaging they come in, because that's the way you're gonna actually keep them out of the dust and keep them in a safe place and not find them stuck on a mirror, because that tends to happen. You just kind of come in the house, and that's what I usually do. But it's a great habit to get into, especially nowadays. Lashes last a really long time. Like for Face Your Mirage, these can be worn up to 20 times, sometimes even more, depending on how well you take care of them. But always save the boxes. No matter, they come in either this kind of, nowadays you see different kinds of boxes, but either there's this one or even the one where you pull it to the side. So make sure you keep your packaging in the box that they come in, because that's how you're gonna want to store them. All right, and to take them out of the packaging, so this thing comes with a little string, which makes it easy to pull it out. So getting the lash actually out of the packaging, you never want to pull from the hair, because you're just going to pull the hair out of the band, because let's be honest, it's a lash. It's not, the hairs are, you have to be gentle with them. So never pull them from the hair, but go right to the back. So you're going to go right to the band. You could get like a tweezer. If you have one, you can use that to kind of peel. So you can just grab the little corner. I think I already peeled this one, so it's come off really easily, but, and there, you have that. And that's your lash. Alright, so the next thing you want to do is, every lash always comes with a little bit of extra band on each side. You want to make sure you get rid of that extra band. So I'm just taking little scissors, and you just want to be gentle, but just make sure you don't cut off any of the hairs. I've cut off many, but just be gentle and slow, and just cut off the little bit of extra, and now it's gone. You probably won't even catch it on the camera, but it's trimmed and it's good to go. And the next thing you want to do is actually measure the lash to your eye, to make sure that it fits. I'm looking for a mirror. Alright, so I got a mirror. So the next thing you want to do is actually measure it to your eye, because most of the lashes are usually a lot longer than most eye shapes. So you can just look down and just make sure you get this. And I'm not putting any glue on. I just want to kind of roughly measure and make sure that it fits my eye. And I do have a lot of lid space, and I have big eyes, so most out of the box lash lengths work for me. So this actually is a good length. But if you had to trim your lashes, you want to make sure that you start from the outer corner instead of the inside. So this lash was, so this side, I want to make sure that I'm trimming from the outer corner instead of the inside, because depending on what kind of lash style it is, this one is from, it goes from small to long to small, so it's not huge, it's not a huge difference. But say the lash was from, I'll show you a style actually. So say it was a style like Be Loyal, which is short to long, if you can see. So you want to make sure you don't cut from the short side. You want to cut as much of this part to fit it to your eye. So that's the main difference of when you're trimming your lashes. You want to make sure you trim from the correct side of the lash and not actually mess it up, because all depends on what kind of style you have. But that especially applies if it's a style like Be Loyal, because it's short to long. So you don't want to cut off the short side, because that's supposed to be in the corner of your eye. So, and yeah, so once you've measured it and you've trimmed the lash to your eye, you want to go ahead, and this is one of the things that helps kind of break in the lash, especially when it's brand new. You kind of just wiggle it around. Let's see if you can, there. I just do this, and this is no glue yet, and I'm literally gonna just like, I'll do it all around, and this almost just helps to break it in, just like you would break in a shoe. Like, it literally ends up helping, and it goes on really easily. So look at that curve now. It's like, as soon as I put it on, it has, there. There's no glue, but you know what I mean? Like, it just sits nicely on your eye shape. So that is a tip that has really helped break in my lashes and actually make it easier to apply, especially when they're brand new. So that's usually sometimes a struggle when it's a brand new lash. The bands can be very stubborn because they're fresh and I don't know the right word, but like they're just not able to maneuver as well. But yeah, so that would be another tip. So one main thing with synthetic faux mink lashes, I always apply my mascara before I apply my lashes, because I don't like getting mascara on faux mink lashes, because it actually doesn't cling on to them like it would to real hair, like real animal or human hair, because there's no porous textured hair. It's just like a plastic string, and it doesn't hold, it just looks clumpy. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply mascara, and then I'm gonna show you how I apply my lashes. Alright guys, so I did put mascara on one of my eyes. I'm just letting it dry up. Know that I look busted. I did not want to do full-on makeup and then come record a video just about lashes. So I just came with my natural face, my brow all missing. But yeah, so just know that I'm fully aware that this ain't looking all the way beat like it usually would. But yeah, so I do have mascara on. I'm just gonna let it dry up, and then I'm gonna go in and show you how I apply lashes. Alright, so I'm actually just gonna show you, I'm gonna wear a little bit more of a dramatic lash so you can actually see it, because one of the lashes is really light on me. This way you can actually see it on the camera. And then it just depends on what kind of glue you use. I use the Duo. I have heard some people that don't like Duo, and I have heard good things about House of Lashes glue as well, so which I think they sell at Sephora, so you can get that as well. But yeah, so I use Duo. I'm gonna use that, and let's get right into it. So to apply the glue, I pretty much just hold it like this, and I will just go ahead and apply. And I do apply a little bit of extra on each end, because corners tend to always come off. Because I feel if there's any type of tear or anything in the corner of your eyes, they're bound to come off. So yeah, And then once I've applied the lash glue, I'm gonna let it actually chill for about 20 seconds. You could do this, but this is actually like cold air. I think I watched, I don't know who it was, but they said this is actually cold air, but if you breathe on the lash when the glue is on there, it's actually warm air, which ends up getting the glue ready quicker. So that's another tip that I usually do if I'm in a rush or whatever. I'll just breathe on it, which is kind of weird, but I'll breathe on it, and once it goes from like white to like a bluish tone, that means it's ready to go. And then when it comes to applying, I'm always looking down. My eyes will never be closed. I'll have a mirror down here and I'm looking down. I'm gonna hold the lash from the center. So I'm holding the center and I'm gonna go in and stick the center down first. And I'll hold it there to make sure that I have it down and it's not moving. And just know my eye is not closed. I'm looking down the whole time. Hopefully you can actually see this. And then I'm going to go the outer corner and I will kind of almost close my eye just to see the top of my lash line. And then I'll stick that down. Hold it there to make sure that it's down. And then I'm going to come into the inside corner. Ooh. And I'll stick that down. So at that point, I'm just kind of like squinting my eye real close to shutting it, but I'm not shutting it. Because as soon as you close your eye, you end up actually like causing a bunch of wrinkles in this corner, which ends up like gathering the skin. So it's not good for when you want the seamless lash application. So you should never close your eyes when you're applying your lash. It's hard to do, but don't close it because you will mess up the application. So there you have it. It's actually gone on really nicely. Even the top, it's right on the lash line. I would wear it like this and not even I don't have to wear like liner with it. So there you have it. That is how you apply it. I did go center to out. You could go center to in and then the outer corner, or that really depends on you and what works. But always stick it in one area first to make sure that it's in place, and then you can go fix the rest of the corners, because you do still have about 10 to 20 seconds till the glue is like completely gone and dry, where it's not going to be able to stick to an area. You can still maneuver it around. So yeah, that's a little bit of a flexible room that you have when it comes to applying. But so center first, and then pick whichever corner you want to stick down second, and then finish it off with setting the last corner down. Alright, so now to make sure that your own lashes and the falsies are blended, my number one thing that I always do is, so as I finished applying, I just go in, I go and pinch my own lashes to the and if you ever feel like the lash is almost on your lashes too close, it's not on the actual skin part, you can use the finger to push it to the back of the lash line, if that makes sense. But yeah, so I would just pinch it. For that, you could use different tools. You could use your, old school OG eye curler. Then there's lash curlers like these that you could use. You could use a little tweezer that has a little like bended corner, and then just go in. I do that as well. But yeah, so you have a few different options on how you want to blend the two in. And for me, pinching them together works the best, I feel. And then at this point would be usually when another person, not another person, but a person would go in with mascara. But this is where I avoid that because, again, like I said, the synthetic hairs of faux mink lashes, they just don't hold on to the product and your own hair as well as it would if it was like real porous hair. So I would just suggest applying the mascara prior to putting on the lash, and then you should be good once you pinch them together, or use a lash curler to really blend them in. But you would not need mascara, and yeah, so that would be that. So at this point, to take them off, you can just go from either corner, but just make sure you're gentle. Depending on how strong the glue is, sometimes it could be stuck on pretty good, so you don't want to yank your lashes where your own real lashes come out, so just be mindful of that. Alright, so two things that I want to mention are last are related to cleaning the lashes. Let me know in the comments below if you want a separate video on how to clean lashes, because I feel like I can go into maybe a little bit of detail on that as well. Let me know. Otherwise, I do want to talk about these just two quick things you can do on a regular basis. If you're wearing makeup, most likely you are, if you're wearing lashes, you're bound to get some eyeshadow and powders and different things on your lash hairs. So to clean them out, I end up holding them between my fingers like this, and then take a clean spoolie, and I just go into the hairs and get all the powders out to make sure that they're just clean and I don't have like excess powder sitting on the lashes and kind of dulling their look. And then a second thing would be the glue. You want to make sure that you take off the glue. If you've worn the lashes 2-3 times, you will notice that the glue is just piling on. That glue needs to be peeled off. You want to make sure you're not just letting the glue sit there and pile up every single time. So you can take like a little bowl with lukewarm to warm water and just dip the lash in there for about 20 to 30 seconds. The warmth of the water will help loosen the glue, and you can just peel it apart with your nails, like really gently, or you can take a tweezer and just kind of, you'll see it, it'll be like stringy coming off of the lash. But just make sure, again, you have to be gentle, because this band isn't it's not metal, you know what I mean? It's made mostly out of cotton, or sometimes they're made out of plastic and different things. So just have to be gentle, but just know that you will have to peel the glue off of the lash strips when you've used it a few different times. Alright, so I think that's it for this video. I hope I covered all the things that you were expecting out of it. I think I've mentioned everything that I use personally, and also hopefully that will help you out. And let me know if there's any tips you have for me, because even though I provided all these, I still struggle sometimes. And yeah, so hopefully you find this helpful. Subscribe for more videos, because every time I record one, I say that I'm gonna be recording more and then I just stop. But I do want to put out more, and I will be putting out more content. And let me know if you want to see a video on how to clean your lashes, because I will record one and maybe go into a little bit of detail on how I do that. It won't be that long, but I could do it separately. So let me know in the comments about that. Let me know if you have a tip for me, and hopefully you actually find something useful. Mostly I'm active on Instagram, so follow me there. It's Face Your Mirage, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. I'm mostly active on Instagram, but you can find me everywhere under Face Your Mirage. And that's it, guys. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.